skies of gray. Gray morning, gray evening, gray day. Gray faces talking shit on TV. What is this? How can I believe in it? Nobody there in who we can trust. Tell me please who made this choice for us. Silence outside the stars boxed and caged. It's like our deepest fears are now a blind breaking.
So I stopped at this gas station this morning to get some ice for my cooler, and pool in there right next to another truck, and getting ready to get out. I saw a guy coming out of the store, and he looked at the woman in his truck, and he goes, and she goes, "They don't have it? Seriously? They don't have it?" And he goes, she goes, "You should go back in there and yell at them." Like, seriously, why don't they have it? Go in there and yell at them. And he just goes, like, what the heck? What was it so important that you needed that, maybe it was a certain pen for your vape pen or something, or maybe low calorie White Claw or something. I don't know. Like, what is it that you needed so bad that it pissed you off so much that you told your husband he should go back in there and yell at them for not having it? Part of me pictured this guy. I mean, he looked like a very nice, calm guy. He wouldn't have gone back in there. But what if all of a sudden he went, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna yell at them." He opens the door. He's like, "Hey! Hey, you! You should have had it. You should have had it and you didn't have it. Yeah. You made my wife mad. You should have had it." Walk back out. Go to his wife. I told them I should have it." Oh my gosh. For some reason I thought if I woke up early enough, I wouldn't have to see anybody really. But there are people out. People are out at 5:30 in the morning, I guess. Yeah, we spent the last 2 nights sleeping in Walmarts. The same Walmart, 2 nights in a row. No issues. This town, this Walmart allows people to sleep there, and I've seen the same 2 or 3 guys there for the last couple of weeks, and I've been staying out there on the weekends. And it's getting really crowded because it's kind of a vacation town, this area, and I think that's why Walmart is so open there, to allowing people to sleep there. There's a lot of attractions, and a lot of people come up in campers, and they're trying to take a cheap vacation, so they put up with it there, and that's nice. Yesterday got up to like 83. I think today's gonna be 84 degrees. It's a new challenge. It's we spent the winter dealing with the cold, and now we have to deal with the heat, and it's a completely different beast. The cold you could just bundle up, but the heat you really gotta escape it, and that's one reason why I keep coming here. This is a rest stop that has a lot of tall trees around it, and the majority of the day you're in the shade. Like, you see the sun over there, and I'm in the shade over here. So even though it's in the 70s and it'll be in the 80s later, it's gonna be a decent place to hang out for a few hours. And I'm gonna go back to sleep. Actually, I woke up early today. I woke up and my thought was, let me get going before too many people are out, because man, that city gets crowded, man. Everybody's trying to get to an attraction or a beach or something, and but I like it. I'm gonna keep coming out here on the weekends. I just gotta get used to that. a good site, and we just dropped some stuff off at it, and we put our tag on the sign. We're going to drop off the registration now. Call it ours for 2 nights. And today's Sunday. I have to be at work on Wednesday. There you go. Grab a couple for the next time. I don't know if you can see all that dust I'm kicking up right there. But when you're going by a campsite, it's a good idea to slow down. Just go by about 5 miles an hour. Put some water in the dog's dish to see if it's straight, but he's very thirsty. It's been a long drive, so leave a little for us to look at, Wolf. You can see by looking at the jug, though, we're on an angle. So we're going to try to straighten that out a little bit. Well, it's a little better. It's still a little off. I might put a 2x4 under the under the feet of my bed, just to raise it on one side a little bit. But I really want it to stay lined up with the road here. Kind of helps. It blocks everything off over there with your van. Kind of builds a wall. So even though you're on the side of the road, you're not a roadside attraction. So yeah, we're gonna get set up now, and I don't think he realizes that we're staying yet, because he's not all excited. But when I let him out, he'll see. he'll wake up. Oh man. Wolf's getting shaved tomorrow. Here it goes. You ready? Set up our awning. Got Wolf's bed and my chair. My second chair. I like to put 2 chairs out when I'm out here alone. It just kind of makes it look like there's 2 people out here, maybe. I don't think I need to be worried, but it's just, you know, it's also, it's a good seat to sit in when you're kind of just sunbathing a little bit. And I got my super white legs. And one thing about camping in your van, you got everything you need. Just all you have to do is set up 1 or 2 things, and you're good. Everything you need is already inside. My bed's set up. I don't have to, you know, set up a tent. This thing takes like 5 minutes to set up. All of this takes about 5 minutes to set up. It's not bad at all. And we're good. You know, it's not a 2 hours of setting up. So, because we're already been camping. I spent the last 2 nights sleeping in a Walmart parking lot out in Sandusky, Ohio. And it's nice out there. They leave you alone out there. You see other people with Winnebagos, and even a few homeless people in their cars. And the same people have been there for a month or so, some of the homeless. And so I just pull in right by them, you know, and they say safety in numbers. So if, you know, they look out and they see, one guy, I got there before him last night, and he pulled in right next to me, you know, like I'm one of them now. I felt good. I'm not homeless by, because I have to. I'm homeless by choice. And Bob Wells talked about that once. He said there's different types of people that live in their vehicles. There's those that are doing it by, don't quote me, you know, on him exactly here, but he says there's those who are doing it for a short amount of time because they want to. There's those that are doing it for a long amount of time because they want to. There's those that are doing it because they have no other choice, and their vehicle hasn't broken down yet, pretty much. So, but I'm doing this long time because I want to, and I've been out here about 3 months now. Next week will mark the 4th month I didn't pay my rent. So my rent, my utilities, my Wi-Fi, everything, it's like $1,000 a month I haven't been spending on that, and but I haven't been working 2 jobs, so it's making this able to do this. I have a little bit of savings, you know, I'm not broke, but it's going to take me working all summer to build that savings up. But yeah, I'm going to try to just get by with one job, one seasonal job. I've been back Northern Ohio, busting my butt for the last almost a month now. And I think we took off one weekend. We came back down here. I didn't shoot a video that week. That was my birthday. Made a friend with a local guy. And it was friendly. Kind of weird though. And I just saw him at the other campsite, and I kind of just beeped and waved and kept going though. And I just came across the road to this campsite. Just kind of want to be by myself, you know. And he's not a bad guy, but you know, I feel like I was feeding him, taking care of him. He saw me and he's like, "Oh boy, I'm glad I met you. You know, I think God put you here for me to find. And do you believe in God? Because I think that God put you here for me." And I was like, "Oh boy." This guy basically lived on my site for 3 or 4 days I was there. One thing to mention about these free sites, there's no cellular service. The other park down the road I was at earlier, you can get 1 bar at least there, but here, no bars. So basically I'm living like it's the 80s down here. The 1980s. It's 80 degrees. It is in the 80s today. Where's Wolf going? What are you doing, Wolf? I was taking a... Got a 2x4 under the leg there. Gotta straighten that out a little bit. It's not under the back one. But I got it going all the way to the back one there. I'm hoping that it helps keep it from sliding. Like this can't slide forward if that's wedged right there and the weight's put on this. We did the same in the back. I took some time and clean out Wolf's bed, took it outside and shook it. I unfolded it a little bit for him. It's getting warmer out. He likes to stretch out. I'll see him stretched out all the way over here sometimes. The back one the same way. Needs to be under there a little better. We're going to adjust it. Here, it's a Makita fan, and the batteries, you can see, it's full. Now if I run this on high all night long, it'll drain one of those batteries out, but on low it'll last about 2 nights. And I do have another battery, is on the charger up there, and I got that plugged into a plug right there. That used to be in the center console. There was a plug, and I took the center console out so I can walk up to my driver's seat. But this charger charges super fast, and it uses a lot of power. See this button right here? If you hit that when the car's running, it'll allow you to use 400 watts. So this takes about 15 minutes to charge. That's how good this thing is. But it draws a lot of power. It needs that 400 watts. If you put it in drive, this will kick off, because when you're in drive, it only charges at 150 watts. So it'll automatically, there's a safety thing in it that turns it off. So I make sure I just sit and idle in a parking lot. Like yesterday, it was hot as balls out, and we just put the AC on for 15 minutes, and I made sure I turned that on while we're just sitting there waiting for the car to cool off. And but as far as this fan goes, pretty powerful. There's no way I could describe how powerful it is, but I do like that it has a timer on it. So if it's hot when I go to sleep, I can put it on for 2 hours, and I won't kill the battery if I'm out here for a while. Or I can set it for 4 hours. Maybe at like 3 or 4 in the morning, it'll kick off, but I'll still have my ceiling fan on, which is working pretty good. I haven't sealed it since the last rainstorm. I still have a leak on there. I figure I'll wait till the next rainstorm and then I'll be reminded of it. I just gotta borrow a ladder from somebody to get up there. And, you know, it'll get done in the next couple weeks. Are you happy? Are you happy? Wolf's happy, so I'm happy.